Summary writing is a very important section in most English exams. In the West African Senior School Certificate Examination, for example, summary writing occupies section C and carries 30 marks. So in this lesson, we want to look at the qualities of a good summary. In the process, I will show you the keys that will enable you to get high marks in summary writing. I am Benjamin from English Classes Online. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Click on the bell icon as well, so that whenever a new video goes live on the channel, you will be notified instantly. Come with me as we dive into the lesson right away. Let's begin with the items in this lesson. 1. What is a summary, or what is summary writing? 2. Qualities of a good summary. Okay, well, let's actually correct something here. What is a summary? Okay. 3. The key steps to writing a good summary. Now let's begin with the let's begin with the first basic question. What is a summary? A summary is a brief statement of the main ideas in a passage or text. In WAEC summary writing, for example, students are given a passage and they are asked to summarize the passage in a specified number of sentences. So summary is about a brief statement extracting the main ideas. So summary writing requires the ability to identify the main ideas in the passage, extract them, and present them precisely in your own words. That's exactly what summary writing entails. And so let's look at the qualities. Let's begin to look at the qualities of a good summary. Number 1, grammatical correctness. A good summary should be free from grammatical or expression errors. Of course, in the WAEC marking scheme, you lose half a mark for each grammatical or expression error you commit. The second quality of a good summary is conciseness. A good summary should be concise. This means that it should express the ideas that need to be expressed without unnecessary words. So one of the major errors anyone can commit while summarizing a passage is the inclusion of unnecessary material or unnecessary words. They are called irrelevant, extraneous, or unnecessary material. So a good summary should be concise. It should express the ideas that are needed. And then these ideas should be expressed without including unnecessary material. So that is exactly what conciseness is about. Number 3, the use of complete sentences. This is very important because the sentence is the unit of grammar with which we communicate ideas. And when you are asked to summarize, you are asked to summarize ideas. In fact, a sentence can be defined as a group of words containing the subject-verb combination and expressing a complete thought or a complete idea. So a good summary should be presented in complete and correct sentences. In the West African Senior School Certificate Examination, for example, the instruction is to summarize in a specified number of sentences, not in phrases. Okay? In most cases, you are instructed as follows: in 3 sentences, 1 for each, or in 4 sentences, 1 for each, or in 5 sentences, as the case may be, 1 for each. That means one idea should be presented with one sentence. So in 3 sentences, 1 for each, summarize. Then you are given the ideas in the passage to summarize. So you are to summarize in sentences. So make sure that you use complete and correct sentences. That makes a good summary. Number 4, originality. A good summary should reflect the same idea expressed in the original passage. You are not expected to change, add, or subtract from the idea of the original writer. So there is an omission here. You are not expected, okay? You are not expected to change, add to, or subtract from the idea of the original writer. In fact, it's one of the don'ts, one of the things you don't do. You are not expected to bring in any idea from outside the passage, neither are you expected to remove any idea, okay? So you are to present the original ideas of the writer, but you have to present them in your own words, not copying word for word. Number 5, compliance. A good summary is written out according to the demand of the questions. You need to look at the summary questions and you adhere strictly to the specification, the demand. If the question requires you to summarize in 3 sentences, 1 for each, for example, your answers must be exactly in 3 sentences and each sentence must contain only one idea. So a good summary complies with the requirements of the question, the demand of the summary question. Okay, that makes it a good summary because even in everyday life, obedience is regarded as better than sacrifice. So says the Holy Book as well. Obedience is better than sacrifice. So if you are asked to summarize and you are specifically told how to present your summary, if you do it in any other way, contrary to the instruction, then that renders your summary that makes it bad. It's no longer a good summary. It becomes a bad one and you lose marks. Okay? Now, number 6, creativity. A good summary should be presented in your own words as much as possible. In your own words. Copying the exact words used in the passage is usually interpreted as mindless lifting or dubbing. In WAEC summary writing, for example, mindless lifting is penalized by awarding 0. So you can look for a video I uploaded recently on the rules of summary writing, and then you will see the penalties for wrong answers. And one of these errors, in summary writing is called mindless lifting. That is copying the exact words in the passage and then presenting them as your summary answers. The penalty is 0, which means your summary is completely useless. So creativity is the key. I am going to take you through the process so you will know how you can achieve these good qualities, these qualities of a good summary. There is a very simple procedure that will help you to make sure that your summary has these qualities. So let's begin to look at that procedure. How to summarize a given passage. And we want to look at how to summarize a given passage in such a way that your summary will have all these qualities of a good summary. Okay? Now, at this juncture, we really want to begin to look at, the first step technique. I call it the RERP technique: read, extract, reconstruct, and present. You know, uh, you can browse through the channel and you will find a video that gives you a detailed explanation of what this technique is about. But here we are going to look at it briefly, just to help you understand how you can achieve the qualities of a good summary. Now, step 1, read. That's the first step in summary writing. Read. Okay, that's what you are expected to read. Read ABC. Now, what do we mean by read ABC? A is read the questions first so as to know what you are to look for in the passage. This is really very important. In summary writing, read the questions first, because after reading the question, then you know already what the passage is about. And secondly, you know what you are going to look for in the passage. So that simplifies the process for you. Now, that's exactly what it is. It will facilitate the process. It facilitates your reading. You can now read with a purpose since you already know what you are looking for. So that's the benefit of reading the question first. Then B, read the passage at least twice or until you understand what the passage is about. Okay, this is very important. Comprehension comes before summarizing. You need to understand what the passage is all about before answering the questions on it. And C, read the questions again and make sure you understand what you are asked to do. Okay, that is exactly the process. When you understand the process, then it becomes very easy. Now, most students lose marks because they do not do the right thing. They do the opposite of what the examiner has asked them to do. And that is because they don't understand. They just jump into summarizing without understanding what they are supposed to do. Now, step number 2, extract. You see, the first step is read, and we have seen what it means to read ABC. A, read the questions first. B, read the passage and make sure you understand it. C, go back to the questions and read, and then you are ready to begin to answer the questions. Now, step number 2, extract. Extract the main points in the passage in strict adherence to the instruction in the summary questions. You know what you are asked to summarize, so you begin to extract the ideas, okay? Extract the main ideas. There are some clues that can help you at this stage. Number 1, or I, if you like, the thesis statement shows you the main idea of the whole passage. It is located in the first paragraph, and this can help you to summarize the whole passage in one sentence. II, the topic sentence, shows you the main idea of each paragraph, and you will find the topic sentence located in each paragraph. III, context clues, and these are keywords. Okay, use context clues to identify the points required in the questions. When you read the question, you take note of the keywords in the questions, because these keywords become the context clues that we are going to use when you are looking for the answer in the passage. So the whole process becomes quite simple. Look for the keywords contained in the summary questions. Let's look at some example in 4 sentences, one for each. Summarize the effects of the excessive use of the television and the internet on children. Okay, so when you look at this, you will find some keywords. Okay, and those keywords are the ones that you will use. Okay, now step number 3, reconstruct. This means reconstruct the extracts in your own sentences using the appropriate word reduction methods. You know, in extracting, well, let me go back a little bit and use this question. In 4 sentences, one for each, summarize the effects of the excessive use of the television and the internet on children. Now, there are some keywords you must take note of. Effects, excessive use of the television. See, these are all the keywords, and internet on children. So these are the keywords. So once you take note of these keywords, you are going to look for these keywords in the passage, because the moment you come across these keywords in the passage, then you know you have come to the place where you are going to extract the idea. So these are the context clues, and in the passage where the writer begins to discuss the effects of the excessive use of television and the internet on children, don't forget effects could other words could be used, you know, in place of effects. It could be the consequences, okay? It could be the impact, the negative impact, if you like, and so on. But once you understand, once you come across where the writer begins to discuss this, then the next thing you do is, once you come across the first effect, you are asked to, you know, summarize the four effects in 4 sentences, one for each, means there are 4 effects, and then you are going to present these 4 effects, or these 4 consequences, if you like, in 4 sentences. So you come across the first one, you extract it, the second one, you extract it, and then you extract all of them exactly as they are in the passage. You may underline them if, you know, if you are allowed to do that in a particular exam. Otherwise, you use a particular page as a rough sheet, and then you extract and write them, jot them down. After doing this that you go to the next step, which is reconstruct, and that is where we are going right now. That is step number 3, reconstruct. Now, having extracted those ideas, the next step is to reconstruct the extracts in your own sentences using the appropriate word reduction methods. Okay, I have a video uploaded on, you know, summary writing techniques. You know, various methods of reducing words. So you can look for that particular video, and it gives you a detailed explanation of how to reduce words. Now, to paraphrase the writer's sentences, you need to use certain word reduction methods. Don't forget that one of the qualities of a good summary is conciseness, okay? Which means it is written in, it is written in your own words, and it summarizes the idea expressed by the original writer. Yet you didn't do this by copying word for word. So that's exactly important. How do you achieve this? You need to paraphrase the writer's sentence. But it's not just, paraphrasing in the general sense of it. This is word reduction type of, uh, paraphrasing. Now, one of the ways is change the perfect tense to the simple tense is one of the word reduction methods. For example, the soldiers have killed 10 insurgents. You have 6 words. If you change it to the simple tense, you simply reduce a word, and that is the soldiers killed. Instead of saying the soldiers uh, have killed, you simply say the soldiers killed 10 insurgents. Of course, you can change killed, okay, to any other words, eliminate it, okay, 10 insurgents. B, change passive to active verbs. That's another word reduction method. For example, this book was written by Adichie, 6 words. If you change it from this passive sentence to an active one, it becomes Adichie wrote this book. That helps you to reduce the sentence from 6 words to 4 words. These are word reduction methods. Then another word reduction method is to remove modifiers. A modifier is a word such as an adjective or an adverb or, any other type of word that describes another word, okay? For example, let's deal with that first. For example, Ada's bag is blue in color. See, there's a repetition here because in color is a modifier. It's a prepositional phrase and is a modifier that is even tautological, if you like. It's a kind of repetition. So once you remove the unnecessary modifiers, what you have is Ada's bag is blue, and that conveys the same idea. D, remove examples or illustrations. They are unnecessary words. Most of the roads are full of potholes, and some are too narrow to accommodate 2 vehicles coming from opposite directions. You have 21 words used in describing a very simple sentence. Once we remove all the unnecessary words, we are left with only 6. Most of the roads are bad. That's just the idea being conveyed there. So a lot of unnecessary words. If you subtract 6 words from 21, you have 15 unnecessary words that you need to remove. Okay? So, and that is how to reconstruct. And another way of reconstructing that I must include is, replacing certain words with their synonyms. That's a very obvious one. Then step number 4, which is the last one, is present. Present your answers in the specified number of sentences. In West African Senior School Certificate Examination, National Examinations Council, National Examinations Council, which is NECO, Senior School Certificate Examination, or NABTEB, candidates are usually required to summarize in 3, 4, or 5 sentences as the case may be. Now, for example, make sure you use exactly 4 sentences to convey 4 points as specified in the question. In 4 sentences, 1 for each, summarize the effects of the excessive use of the television and the internet on children. This is taken from the West African Senior School Certificate Examination of June 2019. You cannot write 5 sentences where you are required to write only 4. Take note of this, okay? This is really very, very important. So these are steps that you need to take. And in presenting your summary answers, you may or may not use a preamble. I have also uploaded a video that explains the correct and the wrong use of a preamble. Most students don't know what a preamble means, and they don't know how to use it correctly or how to avoid using it incorrectly. For example, when you look at this question, the effects, we already saw the question in 4 sentences, 1 for each. Summarize the effects of the excessive use of the television and the internet on children. Now, a preamble is an opening statement indicating the purpose of what is to follow. Now, a preamble is an opening statement, and this is what it looks like. The effects of the excessive use of the television and the internet on children are, then you put a colon. This is your preamble. Then what follows will be your answer in 4 sentences. I, it exposes children to bad habits. I, it destroys the children's relationship with their parents. I, it prevents children from doing their academic work. IV, it can affect children's health negatively. Now, these are ideas discussed in the given passage, and you have extracted them and then reconstructed them, and you are presenting them in your own words, not in the exact words found in the passage. This is what summary writing is about, and this is how to ensure that your summary possesses all the good qualities that we discussed in this lesson. Okay, of course, this is from the West African Senior School Certificate Examination of June 2019. And this is where we draw the curtain on today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed today's class. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like this video and share the video with your friends and relations. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, kindly leave them in the comment section below. I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Goodbye for now, and remain blessed. Many thanks for watching today's video. A big thank you to all of you out there for being part of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, kindly subscribe to this channel. Subscribe now as a way of giving us support. For notification about new videos, click on the bell icon. You will find the bell icon. Click on it so that whenever a new video is uploaded, you will be instantly notified. If you have actually enjoyed the video, like and share the video with your friends and relatives. This is very important. If you have any comments, leave your comments below. Any questions, any suggestions, we would gladly receive them and respond promptly and positively to them. See you in the next video. I look forward to always seeing you in the new video.